Global mobility, it's a function and it's a way for companies to both hire and retain global talent to meet their business needs. In particular, I think it gives them also a competitive advantage when they're trying to compete for talent.
Global mobility to me is a strategic plan to place the right people in the right place at the right time. And so it's crucial to talent management. It's crucial to business growth. And so global mobility makes those goals possible by relocating and moving key people.
Global mobility to the business is probably, also glorified HR, a function of it, or, a subsequent part of it, department of HR. And I think the business sees it as a supporting group, from the business side. I've seen in different companies, they really go to global mobility when they have a project idea, like they want to do a rotational program. So global mobility really helps to support the business in what their initiatives are, whether it's to move one person, a group of people. So I think the business really sees global mobility as a supporting function to help them make those ideas come to reality.
Yeah, so if I'm telling someone for the very first time, the literal answer is that global mobility is a corporate function that enables employees to move from one location in consideration of immigration regulations, tax laws, employment laws, and personal situations. In practice, though, I feel it means simultaneously being consultants, project managers, program managers, facilitators, administrators, legal experts, continuous improvement specialists. We are all of the above because behind the scenes, that's what it takes sometimes to successfully manage the complexity of the cross-border relocation.
With the new generation seeing borderless working, I would say that this has definitely created challenges also to the business. Right now, it's really about talent beyond borders. It's no longer about bringing the person to the role, but it's actually right now bringing the role to the people. So I would say that this has definitely created some challenges because we definitely will have to look at what does it mean to the company in terms of the different compliance standpoint, and also at the same time whether the company is ready for such a remote work environment.
We always had a pull and push relationship with HR because we overlap in a number of areas, right? They do the talent selection, they do the succession planning, they hand over the strategy or the planning to global mobility for us to execute, right? And sometimes you see they position themselves as the decision makers and we are the executors. However, 2020, how does that shift is that we see the shift from COVID creating a whole series of uncertainties into their plan. There was no way we could just execute the plan as they put it together because the plan is based on known uncertainties for them. They are used to a certain landscape, there is a business strategy in place, but external factors is not going to allow us to move that forward. We then progress into a collaborative relationship where we partner together to look at what is needed by the business, what is needed from each one of us in order to execute the same plan. And we had a say about what goes into the plan. So it's an evolution, and it's an evolution that I'm pretty sure all of my counterparts in the area of global mobility is working hard at maintaining and trying to keep in place post-COVID-19 and into the future as well, because it has many advantages. We are all on board, we know, we define the plan together, we know of each other's resources, of each other constraints at the moment, and that it creates efficiency rather than frustrations and delays in the plan, or it seems as a non-collaborative relationship.
Global mobility to the employee is really a function that coordinates their relocation from one country to another, supports them through the process of moving their household goods, obtaining a visa for them and working out their tax affairs, and also looking after their health and safety while they make their move. The mobility function for an assignee is definitely the be-all and end-all for their move. They utilise mobility to make sure that they can get there on time. We answer any questions that they may have around compliance issues or logistical issues. Lots of things come up, it could be whether they need to worry about the schooling that they're going to organise for their children in the host country, or where they're going to live, how long it's going to take them to get into the office. So it's a full range of things that we need to do to support the employee.
So for the business, global mobility may be important in getting skills and talent into the geographies where they need this talent. So we'll often be approached by a business leader in terms of understanding what the appropriate package is to offer somebody they're interested in moving or relocating, as well as understanding things behind that, so the policy, the benefits, and perhaps the costs.
Global mobility is very fast. It's extremely vivid. There are many things that are changing overnight. And there are many strategies, innovations, technical parts that are well worth using, that we as global mobility specialists should keep track of. And, maybe there is something that can be implemented within our company that can make our work easier. Starting with a tool that can, automate some processes. In very simple terms, if we don't need to spend so much time, let's say, on administration, because there is a tool to do it for us, then we automatically have more time for an assignee. And I believe it is great, because this is what it is about. Another thing, I had a chance to work with, for instance, flexible benefits, and I know that more and more companies are thinking about implementing it. And, it's a strategy really worth considering, because I was an assignee, and luckily I didn't have a chance, to choose my benefits or to trade off some benefits. But when I was working with assignees who had this chance, they were extremely happy about it, because if somebody is accompanied on assignment, let's say, they have family and they have a budget for, travel and accommodation, but it turns out that their family is with them. They will not travel. They want to have a nice house. Why not to trade off this money and have a better place to stay for their family? So again, there is, a strategy that is somewhere there. There are flexible benefits, and it's our thing to make it work. Maybe let's implement it in our company. Maybe it will be better. Another thing that comes to my mind is that if we have tools, if we talk about automation, we are less exposed to make mistakes, and especially in some very important papers that we need to submit, and work permit application, whatever. If an assignee can fill it in on her own, and there's no place for a mistake, because he knows his all the data, how to put it, then we are saving time, we're saving cost, and I think it has only benefits. As long as the technology innovation give us chances to make our work easier, let's do it.
Right, so in a nutshell, it's basically moving employees from point A to point B, and basically facilitating all the activities in between. However, the reality is much more complicated than that.